Yeah, I mean, for me, coming back, specifically as a former student athlete, I mean, there's a lot going on in America, right? No matter where you stand on politics or religion or anything else, right? And I just thought it's so important, right? Everybody's talking about how important voting is, but it's so important that we have the ability to use our platform, even in coronavirus, to say something, right? Nobody's walking at the same time, and not everybody's walking for the same thing, but I think it's so important. We walked with softball, we walked with men's ice hockey, and they all had different reasons to walk. And we're coming together and unifying as a department. Hopefully, some people on campus honk, that's great, right? And we have an opportunity. There's only so many years you can do this. There's only so many times that it's appropriate, I think, to really represent how you're feeling. And I think now is the right time. Today is the right day. And I'm so happy and blessed that I get to be a part of it.
It's very honorable and very respectable, first of all. I just want to shout out to everybody that came and supported in each different phase today. There's a sign over there that shows so many different things, from respect to equality to voting, women's rights, mental health, peace, Black Lives Matter. And again, to see so much support from our athletic community, it means the world to us, and it shows such a strong sense of, environment and well-being here in Maine. I'm just grateful and appreciative to even be out here and doing my part I can with them, and just want to keep influencing, keep spreading awareness, and just keep creating awareness and, the message being portrayed today even further as we can. I know we've influenced as a football team. I know all of the coaches in the athletic department have definitely gotten their teammates and their players and coaches as well to do their part. And I feel that's a strong example of what's happening today. I know our coaches did a good job of making sure people are registered, whether it's here in Maine or back from their home state, and just doing their part. And again, that's just the biggest thing we can do to create significant change amongst in this country. And I know I'm not from here, and that's, it may throw people off, but at the end of the day, I know this is one world that we all live in. And we're all people, we're all human beings. The people in front of me now, it makes no difference to me. I see you and treat you with respect, no different from nobody else in front of me. So I feel like everybody doing their part right now and creating as much change for what they believe in and what they hope for and aspire to is what we need to do as, fellow people and fellow mankind. Well, I was raised again knowing that people around me just want people to be successful. People want to see people dream and live what they can to and aspire to be the best they can be in this world and not be defined for what they believe in, who they are, their color of their skin, and so many more things upon that, or even especially their gender too, and that type of things. People here back home, myself included, we just want to see people, again, succeed. And as much as it is, we go through our own difficulties being in Canada, again, knowing what happens in the U.S. on a daily basis, from the brutalities, from the justice, and so many other elements that, again, it's difficult to see it over and over again. But for us, we just, again, want change for all of us, because we're all the same people.
I thought it was great, right? We were able, women's basketball and swimming participated, some other teams participated in attempting to get people to register to vote, right? I think it just shows that, a lot of people are making these statements about more than athletes nowadays. And I think that shows that, athletes have thoughts, athletes have feelings, athletes have rights, and they also are reflecting that in the greater community. And I think that's one of our jobs on campus.
Seeing everything that has gone on with sports and, being inspired by professional athletes to be empowered by their voice, I think in general, a lot of student athletes, and I know our guys have been excited about the chance to vote and be a part of the change.
Because we have this platform and the ability to get out and have a voice and encourage people outside of the university to make stands and vote and participate. And I think it's great that the athletics department as a whole, all the way up to Ken, have taken that pledge or taken that stance. We're in the middle of something unprecedented, right? I don't think anybody, my grandparents have not lived through something like this, and they're older. Like not to say that my grandparents are old, but they're old. So some of it is timing, but I've never been a place on a staff where people are so willing and want to take a stand in a way, right? So, Coach Amy's been great. She wants to learn, be educated around everything going on, right? And she wants to participate in everything going on, do everything she can using, the position she has. So, in short, no. No, and I mean, I think it's awesome that it can happen here, right? It can happen somewhere on election day that's such an important state.
For more than 168 years, Bangor Savings Bank has stood by its employees, customers, and communities. And we're not stopping now. We will be here for you today and every day ahead.
What motivates us at Casella?
I want to help our customers recycle as much as possible.
Because I care about the environment and how our company impacts our towns.
And at Casella Organics, we find new uses for all sorts of materials.
It's hard work.
But I'm helping people every day.
And that makes me feel like part of the community.
A community I care about. So I do everything I can to sustain the resources of our environment.
Casella, dependable, caring people, part of your community.
Out here, if you have the will, you can lead the way. With the all-new Fisher EZ-V V-Plow. Purpose-built to provide industry-leading features, performance, and efficiency, just like the other V-Plows in our lineup, but in a lightweight design that's ideal for businesses and homeowners using half-ton trucks. A strong yet versatile plow that handles the work and won't back down. The all-new Fisher EZ-V V-Plow. Built for Fisher Nation. For more information, visit fisherplows.com.
The best way I could describe working with Hammond Lumber, our relationship, is like working with a group of friends.
Their service is excellent in the store. You walk in, there's always somebody there waiting to help you.
Delivery, on-site help, whatever is needed, they're there for us.
Aggressive on the pricing, they have all the materials and products we need.
Their sales service is exceptional.
They deliver everything when we expect it to be delivered.
It always comes back to service, with Hammond Lumber being the most important thing.
I think for our team, especially with everything that has happened this spring and this summer, with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, just the unrest that has been in our country, it's really affected our team in a lot of different ways. Throughout the summer, even though we were all over the world, we would have Zoom meetings and we talk about it, you know, and it's not. We aren't the most diverse team, but it still affected us dearly. We all have people that we love who are of people of color, people from different cultures, people from, you know, different ethnicities, and to see people being treated differently really bothered us. And so for our team, we've really been working hard on educating ourselves every week. We meet and we do something different about educating ourselves on the history of voting, of women's rights, of you know, racism and anti-racism, and really just trying to educate ourselves. And one of the biggest ways our voice can be heard is by voting. And you know, in one of our meetings when we were talking, you know, we had talked about how all of our players who are eligible to vote were registered to vote, and how we could go about and try and encourage other sports and other athletes to get that 100% as well. And so our team really stepped up and wanted to, you know, initiate that voting drive, and we were able to register a bunch of student athletes and give them information for those who are already registered at home, you know, make sure they do absentee and that sort of thing. So just, you know, in our world, you know, just being active and really for our team, they're the ones who are going to make a change in our world. That's not only our team, but that age group, you know, the student athletes, the young people of the world are the ones who are going to make the change. And so to really just take this on and it be really, really important is just a really cool thing to see.
It was pretty simple. We just came, checked into wherever our last name was, and they just read us off our address that we have registered and gave us our ballot, and we went ahead to go vote.
Yeah, I mean, we really just stressed just registering to vote. Obviously, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's people's choice, but I mean, I think, and a large portion of the team thinks voting really just, it's just, you know, exercise your right, because that's the way, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it counts. You know, you go out and you want to change the world, you want to choose who's going to be president, you go out and vote. I mean, everything else counts, but I think at the end of the day, this is most important, is just going out and voting.
Well, California has pretty much decided every election already, so one of my coaches, Coach Flores, told me my vote would count more out here, so he ended up helping me getting registered to vote out here, and with the address we have at school, then it helped a lot to get me registered. I think it's really important just because this year I was reading that a third of all eligible voters are young voters, like myself, so I feel like the more young voters that get out and vote, the elected officials, they'll be able to, you know, prioritize our needs more if we actually get out and make our vote count.
Well, this is my first presidential election because I just turned 19, so this will be my first time. Kind of exciting, a little nervous, you know, not sure how the process was gonna go, but so far so good.
Yeah, we had a lot of conversations over the summer on Zoom and stuff just about our beliefs and, you know, different things to just get our team on the same page and just kind of point out how important it is to, you know, make our vote count and just allow ourselves to go and be heard, basically.
I've been voting since I was 18, so voting for me is like a duty, and it means a lot to me because I understand, you know, what my ancestors had to fight for me to have the opportunity to vote. So it's not something I take for granted, no matter who's running for president. I feel like it's a duty to vote, and I take pride in it.
For more than 168 years, Bangor Savings Bank has stood by its employees, customers, and communities. And we're not stopping now. We will be here for you today and every day ahead.
What motivates us at Casella?
I want to help our customers recycle as much as possible.
Because I care about the environment and how our company impacts our towns.
And at Casella Organics, we find new uses for all sorts of materials.
It's hard work.
But I'm helping people every day.
And that makes me feel like part of the community.
A community I care about. So I do everything I can to sustain the resources of our environment.
Casella, dependable, caring people, part of your community.
Out here, if you have the will, you can lead the way with the all-new Fisher EZ-V V-Plow. Purpose-built to provide industry-leading features, performance, and efficiency, just like the other V-Plows in our lineup, but in a lightweight design that's ideal for businesses and homeowners using half-ton trucks. A strong yet versatile plow that handles the work and won't back down. The all-new Fisher EZ-V V-Plow, built for Fisher Nation. For more information, visit fisherplows.com.
The best way I could describe working with Hammond Lumber, our relationship, is like working with a group of friends.
Their service is excellent in the store. You walk in, there's always somebody there waiting to help you.
Delivery, on-site help, whatever's needed, they're there for us.
Aggressive on the pricing. They have all the materials and products we need.
Their sales service is exceptional.
They deliver everything when we expect it to be delivered.
It always comes back to service, with Hammond Lumber being the most important thing.
Black Bear Nation, it's time for your Medical Minute presented by Select Physical Therapy. Here's Derek Lupin.
Hi, I'm Derek Lupin with Select Physical Therapy, here with your Black Bear Medical Minute. Today we're talking about the role of athletic trainers who specialize in the prevention and rehabilitation of injuries to athletes of all ages and abilities. They play a vital role in enhancing an athlete's performance and help to ensure that athletes compete at their highest potential and avoid injury. Athletic trainers are nationally certified and state-licensed healthcare professionals who collaborate with physicians to enhance activity in athletic competition, work, and general life. Athletic trainers can help you with injury and illness prevention, concussion management and assessment, sports reconditioning, and return to play or return to work after an injury. I'm Derek Lupin, and this has been your Black Bear Medical Minute.
I think our team has done a really good job of focusing on the things that we can control. In the last 6 months, there's been so many uncertainties and things that we haven't been able to control. And so for us to be able to be back on the court with each other, practicing, preparing for our season is great. And so we understand with that comes a lot of responsibility and following protocols and taking care of the things that we can control. And I think we've done a really good job with that. And honestly, we're just excited to have the schedule and to be able to play. We are willing to do whatever we need to do and go wherever we need to go in order to play. So the back-to-back, in one location is definitely different from what we're used to. But again, we're not complaining about it. We're excited about it, and just the opportunity to play is what we're looking forward to.
I think it's going to be really hard, because it's back-to-back, so that means it's less than 24 hours between games. But I think it's going to make the conference more competitive, and more equal. So it can be exciting. We've never had this format, so to have something new, a little change, I think it could be fun.
We weren't the only team that, had our season cut short, and we have a lot of new players and a lot of players that were injured from last year. And so a lot of players are kind of getting back into the fold or getting into the fold for the first time. So it really feels like a new season completely. Yeah, I am so fortunate with the assistant coaches that we have. All three of our assistant coaches went to Maine. 2 of them played here. And then Coach Peyton, our sports performance staff, has been with us for 4 years. So the consistency for us as a coaching staff and also for the players is crucial. We talk a lot about our culture, and our coaches are a huge part of that. The relationships they have with our players are critical, and the relationships that we have together as coaches is really important. And to be able to work together and challenge each other and hold each other accountable. It's a great group, and I'm just so fortunate to have them here working with me. I think what we've really been focusing on is focusing on the details and focusing on instead of expanding and adding more things, really becoming great at the things that we do, and translating what we do, what we see in film, what we do in drills to live action. It's great. We have 5 seniors, 2 are 5th years that have had a lot of playing time by now. And we also have 5 freshmen. So it's a good mixture. Adding more isn't always the best. Not that we're not adding new things, but just being able to really work together and improve on the things that we need to improve on to be really good to be great is what we really want to do. You know, I think our depth on our team could be a real benefit for us, especially when we are playing back-to-back. I think will be huge. We also, you know, those kids last year, and even Blanca, you know, prior, we're used to playing almost 40 minutes a game. And hopefully we don't have to have that this year with our depth. So that's going to be new. You know, you go from playing 40 minutes to not, that's a change. But the experience that our players received last year or got last year from playing that they may not have gotten, to be fair. And Simon may not have played 40 minutes a game last year if Blanca and Fonnie don't go down and we have the rash of other injuries. But that experience definitely helped her, and so it's going to be exciting to see what they all can do. Yeah, Dor's a special one. You know, there aren't many point guards in college that have started every game in their career, and she has. You know, her leadership this year, I've seen her vocal leadership has grown. She's really taken that on, and really we watched a lot of film this summer, and it's awesome to see her translating that onto the court. You know, but she's good. I mean, she knows where the ball should go. She knows how to direct the team, and she's just a great point guard. And as a coach, when you have a great point guard, yeah, that person might get overshadowed because they may not be the person who scores all the points, but those teams don't run without a great point guard, and everyone on our team knows that. And so we all are very thankful she's on our team. I love our freshman class. I think one of the things that has been really impressive about them is how quickly they learn and how they compete. You know, there have been many days where we've separated the freshmen versus the upperclassmen, and they've competed like heck, and they've won. So that is really fun to watch. I think they all have really high ceilings, and the improvement that they each can make individually will be really fun to see over the next 4 years. And then as a group, you know, it's fun because they all play a different position in a way, you know, so you have a class that, you know, could potentially be on the floor at once, which is exciting. I think everyone has a chance to contribute on this team. I really do. It's a matter of doing the little things every day. You know, it's a matter of the things that we really focus on, you know, footwork, not turning the ball over, talking, you know, doing those things will put them in a position to play. And those things are new. So, you know, just like all freshmen, there are good days and bad days. But I've seen a lot more good days than bad days, and so that's been great. I think offensively, we need to be very diverse, you know, very variety of people can score any night. It would be great to have, you know, every game someone different leading us in scoring. You know, that means that our team is really moving the ball and we're really hard to defend. You know, low turnovers are critical. You know, we want to be really efficient on offense. So those things offensively are really important. And defensively, you know, talking all the time, moving, hands up, and really working hard. You know, if you can see that, and you can see when you're watching a game, you can tell, you know, even if you're watching it online, you can tell if the team's working hard. And so those are the things that will allow us to be successful this year.
Do you know your main dairy farmers? Chances are we're a lot like you. We are parents, grandparents. We are small business owners. We are a part of our communities. We are your neighbors. We are undeniably dairy.
Hi, my name is Walt Maywin of Maine Men's Basketball.
Veliko of Maine Men's Basketball. And we are here to remind you about following health and community guidelines.
You can help by wearing masks, maintaining social distancing, washing your hands, and following state, community, and university guidelines. If we all stick together and do our part, we'll be able to play in front of Black Bear Nation sooner rather than later.
And before you know it, we can get back to this.